Good evening, YouTube. Duty Ron checking in, retired New York City Police Detective. Checking in tonight with a sensitive subject. And I'm going to wait for a couple of people to come on in. Actually, I'm going to wait for some of the moderators to come on into the broadcast before I begin. But something kind of real, something very sensitive that's going on right now here in the New York metropolitan area. Hello, Tiffany. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Gayla. Good to see you. Hi, Bella. Hey, Mikey. How's it going? Let me just get Joey Brooklyn in the house. Stand by, guys. Hey, how are you, Richie? Thanks for joining, everybody. If you don't mind, share it out onto the social media. Invite your followers. Share it onto Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I just want to kind of cover the grounds with this. There's a lot of people that have been asking me to go live about it. Tonight, there's new developing breaking news in regards to it. Yes. Love and respect right back to you, DJ. Joey Brooklyn talked to me about this the other day, and somebody mentioned it to me. I think it was, I want to say, I don't remember. Somebody mentioned it to me yesterday in one of my lives. So I did a little bit of research. Hello, Ryan. Hello, Conbag. So damn sad. Yes. If in fact it is confirmed. So I'm going to wait for a couple more people to come on in. I just sent Joey a text message, so hopefully he's going to come in. A couple of my moderators. Hello, Aaron. Good to see you. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate you. Hello, Farm All. Great to see you. Thank you for joining. Everybody go subscribe to Farm All Fanatic. Check out his YouTube page. He's a great content creator. He's got a lot of good stuff that he puts out. So I encourage everyone to go and check out his channel. Peace to all. All right. So, guys, there's a very, very popular YouTube broadcaster. I believe, I don't know much about him. Etika is his name. I want to get the spelling right. Etika. And he is a popular YouTuber in the gaming community here. Hundreds of thousands of subscribers. He's a very popular young man that does broadcasting on YouTube and probably some of the other platforms, maybe Twitch. Those of you who are new that are joining, my name is Duty Ron. I'm a retired New York City police detective. I did 20 plus years in the New York City Police Department, so I know my stuff when it comes to investigations in regards to missing persons. And I know how investigations are conducted when it comes to missing persons. I've been involved in thousands of searches for missing persons throughout my 20-year career, from the capacity of a routine patrol officer to right up into the scales of a detective. And the searches that are conducted by the New York City Police Department are thorough. They consist of foot, land, and sea. We have our harbor unit, we have our aviation unit, we have our emergency services unit, we have our canine unit, we have patrol, and the detectives squad. All of those units get involved. Welcome in from New Zealand. Kia ora to all my great friends over in New Zealand. So these investigations are very thorough. They're not taken lightly. So the New York City Police Department takes missing persons, although we get a high volume of these type of calls and these types of reports. We take them seriously, and the searches are done very thoroughly. I never heard of him until yesterday. Somebody told me on one of my broadcasts. Hello, Pamela. Good to see you. Red Like Wine. Thanks for coming in. Hales. Good to see you. So I'm here to kind of try to set the record straight. I'm going to give you guys some good, valid information in regards to Etika. Tonight at about 6:45 p.m., between 6:30 and 6:45 Eastern Standard Time, A body was recovered from right around Pier 16, and that's the South Street Seaport. For those of you who don't know New York City well, Pier 16 is in the vicinity of the South Street Seaport. So that is a very popular tourist attraction. Hello, Andrea. Good to see you, Andrea. Hope all is well with you. So this area right here is part of the East River. It's a little bit of a distance from the Manhattan and Brooklyn bridges. The Brooklyn Bridge is right there. It's alleged that on last Wednesday, Etika made a YouTube video. I've yet to see it. I haven't seen it. He made a YouTube video stating that he was words to the effect that he was going to end his life. Again, I didn't hear the video. I didn't watch it, so I don't know what the content of it was. But it was something serious enough to where it was alarming to his family or friends, and it was reported to the NYPD. And it's somewhere later on that evening, I think some of his belongings were found on the Manhattan Bridge, which is a short period away from that. Hello, Lady. Good to see you, Lady. Thank you for joining. So some of his belongings were found on the Manhattan Bridge, and a search was commenced by the greatest police department in the world, the NYPD. So the Detective Bureau was involved in it, the Aviation, Harbor, and probably K9 went out on the search for this young man. Again, suicide is a very serious situation. It's not to be taken lightly. So when someone talks about or threatens acts of suicide, ending their own lives, we have to take this seriously as a police agency, but also as human beings, we have to take it very seriously. So if you know of anybody who has suicidal tendencies or has anything in regards to mental health, there are the suicide hotlines, and there's many different resources available to the public where we as friends and as human beings, we have to respect this situation. The mental health of this gentleman was not good. I didn't know him. I believe that he was suffering, and from all accounts that I've read in regards to this young man, he had some mental health issues. Okay, that being said and that being put aside, tonight at about 6:45 p.m. on the East Coast, the NYPD Harbor unit was dispatched for what we call a floater, and that's the police job. That's how it came over the radio, for a floater in the East River around Pier 16. So our harbor unit was dispatched and went to the location and recovered a body. I made a phone call before I went live to one of my counterparts, my fellow NYPD detectives that I used to work with. She works in the harbor unit, and she confirmed for me that it was an unrecognizable human body, and it was a male human body, not a female. So, but no identification is made at this time. And just as an FYI to everybody, the police department do not make the identification when there is a person that's in the water and the body is not in good shape. Once a human body goes under, and if it's not recovered within 6 to 8 hours of being a drowning victim, the body is not well preserved at that point. Again, the East River, salt water, a lot of contaminants in there, and bloating, and a lot of other effects that I won't even get into with you guys here. I've seen, over my time, quite a few recoveries from the East River and from different bodies of water, and it's not a pleasant sight. And it's very hard to make notification or identification on a body that's in that kind of condition. So this human remains of a male will go to the medical examiner's office, and the chief medical examiner's office on 23rd Street, the dog is scratching, on 23rd Street will make the official identification through forensics or DNA. The family will be called in to either view the body or look at a picture of the body, depending on the condition, and that's how the identification is made. The police do not just make random identifications of human remains when it's a situation like this. We rely on our forensics experts at the Chief Medical Examiner's office, which is on 23rd Street in Manhattan. I've been there many, many a times. And the identification could happen as early as this evening, depending on how fast the wheels of motion. But I watched the video of the body being removed from the river, the East River, and obviously you couldn't make any kind of identification. This could be him, and this could not be him. So I would say let's use extreme caution. If it is in fact him, may he rest in peace, and my heart goes out to his family and all of his fans and his friends. With all due respect, I sent out my heartfelt thoughts and prayers to him and his family. It's not an easy thing to lose a human being to suicide or a human being to any kind of death. I just lost my mom about a month ago, and it's not great. So again, I say let's use extreme caution. You're going to have a lot of people that are going to go live and that are going to talk about this and make assumptions or presumptions of whether it's this gentleman or not. I feel that we need to use exercise a little bit of restraint here. People are saying, well, there's tons of bodies recovered from the East River and from the Manhattan waterways. That's not true. I mean, it's not like we're fishing bodies out on a regular basis. Does it happen? Yes, it happens. But it's not like we're fishing out 10, 15 bodies a week from the Manhattan waterways. Hello, Duty Blue. Good to see you, Dylan. So, again, I'm giving it to you straight up. This is coming from somebody who has been in the police department for 20 years in the New York City Police Department, the NYPD, the greatest detectives in the world. This situation, depending on the condition of the body, may take 24 hours. The medical examiner's office is very quick at identification, or it could take as long as 2 days. But max, within a day or two, we'll know definitively who this poor soul, and whoever it is, may he rest in peace. I like I said, the only thing I can confirm for you is that it is a male. We don't know whether it's black, white, Hispanic, because when a body's in the water that long, skin color tends to, without getting into gory details, it's difficult to identify the skin color when you have a body in the water. So let me say hello to a few people in the chat. Let me just check out a few of my good friends in the chat. Hello, Joey Brooklyn. Hello, Meg Lowe, Erin Leahy, Renee Scott, love and respect, Berg Strawn. Thank you so much for coming in. Hi, Christina. Excellent to see you. Joey, thank you for moderating on the channel. Hello, Free to Laugh Now. Good to see you. I am the police, as you could see from the 3 different signs. Here's the New York City Detectives logo, the greatest detectives in the world. This came from my good friend Matt Sully. His dad is a retired captain, and this is my NYPD U police hat. Yes, indeed. Joshua, good to see you. Good to see you. Mind if I share this on Twitter? Yeah, sure. You could share it on Twitter. I'm going to share. I'm going to create a post. I didn't even share. Come talk about okay, so I just shared that out myself. I'm going to show you guys a little video. This is coming from the Citizens app, guys. This is a little bit of footage of the Harbor Patrol. I'm not going to show the actual body being removed from the water, but I'm going to show you just a little clip quickly from the Citizens app. Hold on a second, guys. I'm just sharing. Hello, Melissa Ann. Good to see you. Good to see you. Just a disclaimer. Thank you for sharing on Twitter. Guys, if you don't mind, share it onto your social media. I'm going to put it out on Twitter as well. If you can, share onto Facebook. I'm going to do that myself. Hello, Melissa. Good to see you, Beehive. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Hello, who is Merck? Thank you for joining. So again, guys, yes, the information is at this time we have a recovery from the water by Pier 16 in the East River. That is at the South Street Seaport. It is a male. No confirmation on the personal identification, so we're going to use extreme caution, folks. This could be anybody. This doesn't necessarily have to be him. So I would like to just use extreme caution in drawing conclusions at this time. Okay, we have to leave this up to the medical examiner, the chief medical examiner's office on 23rd Street in Manhattan. They will do the positive identification of this gentleman. We don't know Amansel. We don't know if it is him. So let's use extreme caution in we're talking about a human being here, guys. So before we put this guy before we put this guy in an area where he doesn't need to be, let's wait for the authorities, and it won't be from the actual police department itself. It'll come from the medical examiner's office. I don't know the actual figures, Aaron, but it's not like it's... Listen, we had under 200 homicides total in the city of New York last year. Under 200. So, hello, Joe Schmo. Good to see you. United, all unite. Thank you for joining. One bicycle seat. Thank you for coming in. It's alleged that this person was a very famous YouTube broadcaster. You're welcome, AP. A very famous YouTube broadcaster. And he made a video on Wednesday last week that he was contemplating suicide. And again, if we know anybody who is in a bad place, it's almost our obligation as human beings to extend a helping hand or call the 1-800 suicide, the suicide prevention hotline. And I'd like to have one of my moderators put up the 1-800 suicide prevention hotline. And if you don't know it, I can put it up in the chat, and then if you guys can just put it out. With the Manhattan Bridge cameras show his activity, there are dead spots, with the lack of a better word. There are some areas that are not covered. The whole bridge, as you can understand, is a huge bridge. The span of the bridge is huge. They don't have cameras covering every ounce of that bridge. I'll tell you that right now. I know that for a fact. So it's a possibility that he got up there, got into a spot where there was no cameras, and if he did in fact jump from the bridge, it could have gone undetected. Because if it was detected by us, by the police department, we would be doing the complete sweeps and searches of that body of water on a regular basis. It would happen daily. Thank you, Duty Blue. There's the 800 number, 1-800-273-8255. If you or any of your friends or anyone you know are suffering from depression or having contemplated suicide, the 1-800-273-8255. And I implore each and every one of you to spread that phone number out and get the message out. You could save a life. It could mean the difference between life and death. I know from my professional law enforcement career, I have saved many from jumping off of buildings in the housing developments that I worked in. So I have a few stories that I could talk to you guys about, but this is not the time or the place. His car, Joe, I don't know. Hello, Life of MC. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. So, again, I'm here to just give you, there has been a recovery from from Pier 16 in Manhattan, which is the South Street Seaport. Nobody knows whether it is, in fact, this young man. So please, let's refrain from making a statement that this is him. We don't know that. We have to keep his family in our thoughts and prayers, and we have to be respectful to this young man. They would have known, Tammy, if he jumped on the camera spots. But Tammy, there are some areas that are not covered on that bridge. There are some areas that are not covered. So if we as the police department knew that he jumped or anybody jumped off that bridge, there would be a continuous patrolling of harbor, scanning for this person. So again, I say this. Thank you, Gravy Plays. I appreciate it. Guys, if anybody's new here into the channel, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell down below. Leave me some comments. Again, I run a respectful channel, so any derogatory comments or any comments that are negative will be deleted, and your account will be blocked here on my channel. So I really don't tolerate any disrespect towards anybody here in my chat or on the comment section. So that's the only thing that we do here. So again, guys, nothing's been confirmed. What will happen, the process is the medical examiner's office will do an autopsy, and they will do through forensics, they will make a positive identification. The family will be involved in it. I'm sure that the family has already probably been called down to try to bring toothbrush or hairbrush or any type of personal effects to the medical examiner's office for an exact match. Sometimes in these situations, an identification through what we would normally see in any crime show where a family goes and they pull a morgue drawer out and there's a body. That won't happen here because of the condition of the body. This will all be done through forensics. Hello, Edwin Vasquez. Hello, Ron from the finest Philadelphia Police Department. Guys, if anybody's new here in the broadcast, let me know where you're watching, city and state, and I will give you a shout out. But as far as it goes here, I am giving you the best possible information that I could give you. I'm not here to try to sensationalize this at all. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the super love there. Zakuta, thank you so much. And I probably messed your name up, but I'm sorry about that. Like I said, it sounded, I don't know anything about this gentleman. I know nothing about him at all. I'm not saying anything good, bad, or indifferent. But I do know that a lot of people have been sending me messages because of my police background and the career that I had with the New York City Police Department. A lot of people have been coming to me, not asking me to solve this case, but just asking me about it, like AP. You're welcome, AP. A lot of people have been coming at me and just asking me about this. So I just felt that it was, okay, Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much for the super chat. Greatly appreciate that. So, hello, Valerie Love from Detroit. Great to see you. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna go and look at the chat, and I'm gonna try to say hello. I did confirm, Gigi Doe, that the body that has been recovered is a male. That has been confirmed by a police source that I personally know in the police department. So, yes. Um, yeah, Kathy. I mean, like I said, I would, if I had to put a number on it, I'd say by tomorrow, by midday tomorrow, or the end of business day tomorrow, we'll have a positive identification. The body is, yes, Aaron, yes. So we will have a positive ID by sometime tomorrow. Just because it's a male doesn't mean that it's 100% him. So don't go drawing conclusions from there either. You're welcome, Cheryl. My pleasure. Yes, Joshua, that's correct. And the longer the person or the body has been in the water, the more it makes it difficult. Life of MC, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. Everybody, please go check out Life of MC. She's got a wonderful channel. She's from the Philippines. She's a great wife and a great YouTube content creator. So I recommend you guys go check her out. He was last heard from June 19th. I believe it was last Wednesday. Angel Pepper, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was last Wednesday when he made that video. And then I think they found his personal effects Wednesday night, early into Thursday. Margie Rocks, thank you so much for those kind words. I appreciate that. Hi, Deco Paint and Tea. Good to see you. So let me scroll back a little bit on the chat. I'm going to take a little bit of Q&A. I have slow mode enabled, so I'm going to take some Q&A from you guys. Let me just scroll back on the chat so this way I don't miss anybody. I know you guys have been sending some questions, so I want to try to get to them. So give me 2 seconds, guys. Again, this is a sad situation. I have a son this guy's age. So I have a son his age, and it really makes it very sad for me to even have to talk about this, because tonight I was looking to go live to update all of my subscribers and all my good friends in regards to the dangers of traveling to the Dominican Republic. But since we had this breaking news, I wanted to come live and speak about this young man. And again, I ask each and every one of you to use extreme caution when speaking about this situation, when speaking about this young man. He's got a family. He's got a mother and a father, hopefully. And, we have to try to be respectful to the family in regards to this. I saw that, Dylan. Thank you so much. My sons do not know of him. I asked before I came on, so they do not watch him on YouTube. No, unrecognizable doesn't mean a murder. It just means that get duck. It just means that when a body is inside of salt water for a long time, or any type of body of water, it decomposes quickly and it bloats up. The water gets inside and the body swells. And I don't want to go into the nitty gritty of it, but it's not good. It's not good, guys. Again, we have slow mode enabled, and I want to just get a couple of questions in. So if you guys want to slowly send some questions to me, I'll try to answer the ones that I feel that are relevant here. So, did you find the ID? Nobody found the ID. I did not. I personally did not find the ID. So yeah, it's tough. There you go, Kathy. I'm with you on that. Kathy. In a very respectful way, I wanted to do this broadcast. I wanted to just get it's to be determined by the medical examiner. TB, BX. That's going to be, nobody's going to be able to know that by pulling a body out of a body of water, pulling a human remains out of a body of water that's been there for an extended period of time. There's no way to. I covered that early on in this broadcast. There's no way to tell whether white, black, or anything indifferent. It needs to be done by forensics at the medical examiner's office. Please, guys, just trust me on this. I'm not just feeding you some nonsense. My credentials are strong. I'm a retired New York City police detective. I have 20 plus years in the police department, and here is my credentials are right here. That's my detective shield, and my ID card goes along with that, which is right here in my wallet. I'm just going to cover up my social security number so nobody sees it, but I'm a retired NYPD detective, and I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so when you're going on to other channels or any other channels that people are just talking about this, the police are, if they have valid information that there was a jumper and someone confirmed jumped off of one of our bridges, an all-out search from the air, from the Marine Division, from the aviation, from emergency services to canine, they go out and they do the search. And trust me, it's a very, very thorough search. I'm not looking at what reports were. I got my information from my police sources inside. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need to go in and look at what other people are reporting. I'm telling you, hands down, what I know from my inside personal friends. I spoke to a female officer who works in the harbor unit. She didn't do the recovery herself, but some of the people in her unit did the recovery. So let me just scroll back to AP's comment. Hold on a second. Hello, Cup of Joe. Good to see you. Damn it. AP's comment went by so fast and I have slow mode. Thank you dearly, everyone. I hope to prevent anyone else from suffering the way our family is now suffering. AP, my heart breaks for all of you guys. So, yes, the identification will come out probably by the end of business tomorrow, depending on how busy the medical examiner's office is, or it will be sometime right after tomorrow. Are you allowed to say what deceased was wearing? There was no indication of that. I didn't ask. I could call back and ask, but I don't think at this point it's going to matter, because by the time we get all this back out, and I'm not going to just do another live to tell what the clothing is. Let's use extreme caution here. It's not been confirmed that it is him. I will say that it is, like I said, a male, but that's as far as it can go at this point. If he was wearing any clothing, it was probably off of him. It was probably off from the currents. The currents in those rivers, most people who live here, Joey Brooklyn can tell you, I can tell you, those currents in the East River and in the Huss River, and both bodies of water that surround Manhattan, the currents are wicked. They are wicked. Anybody that jumps in there gets sucked under by the current and whipped around. It's not a pleasant thing. So, I got to say, even if you were to fall in by accident into one of these bodies of water, the current will rip you under, and there's been reports of people that have fallen in by accident and just got sucked under, and you just never see them again. So, again, be careful when you're by any large body of water, especially here in New York City. The currents run wild over here. No, Evan, that's not necessarily true. Not necessarily true. It's possible, but it's not necessarily true. So good to see Addie's mom. Hello, Kathy. Hey, detective, what is the race of the body? We don't know yet. I'm not going to keep repeating myself, guys. If you want to watch the replay, you can get a lot of valid information if you watch the replay. I'm gonna go now and turn to the Citizens app, and I'll give you guys a little bit of video from the Citizens app, and you guys can see the actual harbor boat. I'm not going to show the removal of the body or anything like that, but I'm going to show a little bit of the Citizens app for you. So let me set that up. Let me set that up for you guys. All right, guys. So if anybody's squeamish, I would recommend that you guys not watch this. Not that it's anything tremendously terrible, but it is part of the Citizens app. You guys, anybody can go on there and look at this. But if you are squeamish in any way, maybe it's not a good idea that you watch this. So that's my disclaimer. It's labeled body found in water. I'm not going to play the audio from it, but I'll just play the video so you guys can see it. All right, let me set this up for you. Hold on. This is straight from the Citizens app. That's the harbor launch boat, and they're on the front bow trying to get the body out of the water there. It's down below, right below the front of the boat. You can clearly see in the water. You're welcome, Sean. Carman, thank you for your kind words. Exactly, Christine, exactly, Christine. Prayers and thoughts go out. Sly, that's not necessarily true. The currents drag items in and out. There's no rhythm or rhyme to how this happens. Thank you, Michelle. There's standard size body bags. They don't come. There's just one size kind of fits all here, so it's not like they have all different sizes. There's no way of telling whether it was a tall male or a short male, but I can confirm that it is a male, and that comes from my inside source. Correct, Aaron, that is correct. This is just the boat responding to the location. This is just the actual harbor launch responding from a different angle. That is the Brooklyn Bridge right in front of you, ladies and gentlemen. That's the Brooklyn Bridge. And then beyond it is the Manhattan Bridge. That's how close they are. All right. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you. So this is the South Street Seaport that we're looking at right here. This is a little shaky camera, but this, again, is from the Citizens app. It's available to anybody to go see. If you go to Citizens app and you go to Explore and you look at New York City, this will come up. It says body found in water. Those two bridges are the Brooklyn Bridge and the Manhattan Bridge. There's about 4 videos. I'm going to go through them all. That is them with the body recovered in the gurney. They have a gurney. It's yellow. They're leaning over onto it right now. Those are detectives and police officers from the Harbor Unit. I'm not looking at the chat right now, guys. I'm just trying to give you guys some legitimate commentary from a New York City police detective, retired. So these are the actual detectives that did the recovery, and they are going to load the body into that ambulance right directly in the background. correct. Correct, gamer. You are correct. And I've been saying that all along here. There's no guarantee that this is him. And until we have positive identification made through the medical examiner's office and his family, the ID won't be made. But I could tell you this: it happens quickly. New York City does not do things slowly. So we will find out probably within the next day or so. It could be as early as tomorrow, and it could be as late as the day after tomorrow. I hope it's not. I hope it's not him either. But again, at the end of the day, we're talking about a human life loss here. So thank you, Show Me, Mo Graves. Thank you so much for your kind words. Thank you for your service from an active duty and even still retired. I come from a family, love and respect. Love and respect right back to you. Thank you so much for your super chat and the love. Show Me, Mo Graves. Thank you so much. Absolutely, Valerie. Absolutely. This was called in. This was called in by someone who spotted a body in the water. This was a job. This was a call. This body was not recovered by them patrolling. A person on a dock. A person on that dock that you're seeing right there. That's the South Street Seaport. A civilian, a citizen, called it in that there's possible body floating in the water. It was a beautiful day today, and people were out there by the hundreds, and somebody saw it and called it in. Lee GM, please refrain from that. I don't want any misinformation put out there. I'm going to go to the NYPD's Twitter website right after this, and we're going to go on there live and look at it. I have no confirmation that this is him. I have a confirmation that is a male of unknown race. That is correct. Thank you, Aaron. Hello, Doc. Good to see you, Doc. I agree, all unite. All right, so this is just showing you the flurry of activity that's going on here. Again, this is them loading in the foreground the body into the ambulance. They're just loading them up into the ambulance. I can slow it down a little bit more. Hold on, Aaron. Give me a second. That's unknown, John, at this time. Unknown. All right, let me slow the chat down just a little bit more. Stand by, guys. All right, give me 2 seconds. All right, I slowed it down a little bit more. All right, let's go to the NYPD's Twitter page, guys. Let's go to the NYPD's Twitter page. Stand by. Let's confirm some stuff here. All right, so stand by, guys. Let me go here to NYPD's Twitter. Okay, this is as of 2 hours ago. Let me refresh it and see if there's anything additional. I'm going to also go to the NYPD website. So as of 2 hours ago, nothing on the NYPD official Twitter page. This is NYPD News. Let me go to NYPD. Hold on a second. Hold on. This is my website that I'm on. So I'm going to go to the NYPD Crime Stoppers page. And let's see. Let's see what we got. This is the actual police department. Here's the official NYPD news. And there's nothing on the official NYPD website, guys. Nothing on the official website in regards to this. Yeah. There's nothing here, guys. Let me look one other place. Oh, hold on. Stand by. Yeah, so there's nothing here. This is all nothing. All right, so nothing's been confirmed. The NYPD's not going to do the confirming anyways. It's going to be through the medical examiner's office. So it's not, we're not going to get anything. Let me just go to the detective bureau. Let me go to the detective bureau. Stand by, guys. I just want to check one other place. Yeah. Nothing here. Hold on, let me just check the chief of detectives because sometimes the chief of D's puts updates out. Yeah, chief of D's have nothing. These are valid places to go for updates. Chief of detectives usually, when they have a case, they usually update it here. Nothing here. Yeah, we're all praying. We're all praying for a good outcome here. But you know, if you guys want my opinion on this, it's not looking good. Everything is pointing towards this perhaps being him, but I'm hoping and praying that it isn't. But at the end of the day, it is going to be a human being. We have a recovery of a male out of the river in New York City. And if it's not him, it's going to be somebody else's son or father or grandson or cousin or friend. So nobody wins here. We have no winners here. You know what I mean? I do this with the utmost of respect for his family, for his friends, for his followers, for his subscribers. I don't know anything about this young man other than that it seems like he had a troubled life. He was not, his mental health was not good, and my heart breaks for this guy. I know nothing about him. I know very, very little. The only bit that I do know of him is that he made a video and he was crying out for help. So, you know, at the end of it all, we have to be sensitive to this situation, and you know, if you reach out and you do what we can as human beings to try to save even one person, it's a better situation than not doing anything at all. But I can just tell you this. Okay? We have a recovery, 6:30, 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's here in New York City. Michelle, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Much love and respect right back to you, Michelle. And if anybody is new here in the chat, I hope you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share out my channel with some of your friends. We're all about peace and positivity here, but I'm a really, what I'm interested in doing is getting out valid information and not spreading misinformation. That's what I want to do here. I want to be able to stop the spread of misinformation. Until we have a positive identification, there's no way that I'm going to ever say that this is him and it's a definite. So, Granny Doe, thank you so much. Fragile Shadow, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the super love. So I'm not going to go by what anybody else reports or what anybody is putting out on Twitter, because at the end of the day, guys, I feel that, we need to use extreme caution because we're talking about a human being here. Okay, no description of clothing, no description of color. We just have sexual orientation, and that is obviously easy to identify. So sexual orientation was male. They don't know white, black, Hispanic, Asian, none of that, because of the condition of the body. So let's use extreme caution, folks, in saying that we have positive identification and that it is him. Those of you who are keeping the faith, just keep praying. And, let's hope for a good outcome here in regards to this person. But at the end of the day, it's not going to be a good outcome for some other family. So that's what we have to do. We have to just pray, And guys, like I said, any of the comments that are in the chat that are negative will be obviously moderated, and you'll be restricted from further comments on the channel. Hello, Carol. Thank you so much for the super chat. Much love and respect to you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's see. Anybody else? Duty Ron, you are truly a class act. I can't thank you enough for your service and your continued commitment to always being extremely respectful. AP, right back at you. Hello, Black Rose. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Just Believe. I appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words. I thank you. Definitely prayers to the family of whoever has been lost here, Hello, Mr. Pinkle. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome, Josh. Josh, I miss you. We got to catch up. I hope to have a phone call with you in the near future. We got a little bit of talking to do, and I hope everything's going well for you and yours. I already showed my credentials. I have my shield. I have my shield and my ID right here. I don't need to show anybody anything on demand. So this is my shield, and here is my ID. I just don't want to show my social security number. I don't want to show my social security number. So, hi, Darlene. How are you? Good to see you. Karen, thanks for posting those links up. I appreciate that. Thank you. Joey, you got your hands full tonight. I see you got your hands full. All right, so that's going to be it. I'm going to end the broadcast. Again, if anybody wants to get updated, watch the replay when it uploads. It'll take a little while. I'm going to end the broadcast right now. It's just Linda. We're talking about a YouTube gamer who has. He made a video on Wednesday of last week that he was contemplating suicide. Some of his personal effects were found on a Manhattan bridge, and today they found a body in the water just past the Brooklyn Bridge over at Pier 16. So the reason for some of the comments is there are some rude people that follow this case and are just being disrespectful. I'm not paying attention to the comments. So anyways, at the end of the day, it is what it is. So you that's what's going on. Don't worry about it. Just don't pay any attention to it. Rob Cassidy RM, thank you so much for your kind words. Guys, if anybody is new in on the channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more from Duty Ron. It was a pleasure trying to get some truth and some valid information put forward. Leave me some comments in the comment section. If I can answer them, I will. If I don't have the answers to them, I won't answer it. I'm not going to just give you an answer just to give it to you. So we will probably wait until sometime tomorrow or perhaps the next day. So figure Tuesday or Wednesday, there'll be some type of positive identification made on this recovery. And I'll go live. Nice to meet you too, John. I will go live after the positive identification is made, whether it is him or it's not. I'm hoping that it's not, and I'm sending my prayers and heartfelt condolences to whoever's family has lost a loved one. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you so much. Refreshing TV, thank you for subscribing. I want to say thank you to my moderators, Black Rose, Joey Brooklyn, Aaron Leahy, all of my great friends that subscribed to me, and all of my Patreon supporters. My channel is slowly continuing to grow. I really love the positivity that I have, the Duty Ron family that we've created here, and all the great people that follow this channel are nothing but wonderful, kind souls. So let's keep up the good work. I want to say thank you for all of you taking out your time to watch my videos. I'm going to go live after this on an update for the Dominican Republic, the American deaths. The death toll has risen to over 12 Americans in the past since 2019. So I'm going to update you. One of our Long Island natives has been killed in the Dominican Republic, and I'm going to go live right after this, and we're going to talk about it. So those of you who are new are welcome to join on the broadcast, talking about the very unsafe conditions in the Dominican Republic right now for Americans, and then we will continue the conversation after this. So much love and respect to all my people, and again, prayers, thoughts go out to this young YouTuber. I'm sending positive vibes, strength, and peace to his family, and love and respect. So guys, good night from New York City. Duty Ron signing off, and thank you again for all you guys in the chat. I greatly appreciate it. Take care, guys. Good night.